Greetings and welcome to the modeling bench on this fine Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon even. If you hear any noises in the background, it's because I got my little Bill buddy there currently trying to eat a plastic telephone. But progress has been made on the Sea-King. It is almost done. You can see that I took off the window masks, and I've added no details. I've been painting details. Painted the rear rotor assembly, and I had this window fall out when I was trying to remove the masking. I think it was the only window that I didn't use the Tamiya extra thin on. But I have a fix for that. Don't you worry about that. I currently have some small bits and pieces here that I have to put on the helicopter again. This thing too. I don't know what this is, butt probe or something. And the main rotor assembly is pretty much done, except for some stripe decals that I have to put on there in a while. These guys. Trying to hit it with the rotor. Not working out. Yeah, and I almost painted the rotor ends, the blade ends, yellow. The kit instructions want you to paint those yellow, I think. Most of the pictures I saw online when there were models or diecast toys of this helicopter, they all had yellow ends on the wings, on the blade ends. But when I looked at pictures of the actual aircraft, it actually had light gray on the ends. So I went with the light gray. Many words about a little insignificant thing, but the beauty is in the details, I guess. Now, I happen to find in my bits of spare parts that have fallen off the sprue and stuff, and the antennas, I found out that one of the aerials from under here was in there, and it popped up again in the instructions. Well, sometimes it didn't show it, but on the actual aircraft it actually has this little thing there, so I'm gonna reattach that and paint it to match. Yeah, about that window that caved in on me, and there's so much to go still on this. Even though it looks kind of complete, I still have to do all the lights, which are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know what color this is supposed to be, but six lights, and still have to put on some more antennas on here and paint those yellow. So I was hoping to finish it tonight, but I don't know, I kind of have to do stuff to try and be a dad to that crazy monkey back there and stuff. But hopefully I'll have it finished this weekend at least. But yeah, about that window, I was going to let you join me in trying to fix that with some Contacta Clear. This is a glue that is, or cement that is specifically for transparencies, clear parts, and I think it's basically just PVA glue or something. At least you can also use it to make like water effects. And I've seen some guys use this. One guy even did a whole passenger airplane windows just with this, and you just have some on the brush there, and very carefully just start filling in the window. I don't know if maybe this gap is too big or something, but I might even just go ahead and do this in a few stages in that case. Just start off a little bit and then add when it's dry and see how that goes. Oh, we're getting something there. You see that? I got a film covering the entire window hole, and when that dries out it should be clear like a window. Not like super clear, but it doesn't have to be, because there was not really any view inside there anyways. So that took care of that. Now I just have to play the waiting game and let it wait for a couple of hours for it to dry out completely. And while that happens, I'm gonna go ahead and put the decals on the main rotor blades and go do stuff with my kid. I'm at a really crucial junction right now. There's only 2, or should I say 3 things left to do. The third thing that I'm not really sure that I am going to do is give the main rotors a matte coat. But I still might just do that just to protect the decals a bit. But the bird is done, apart from 2 very cuss word inducing things left. I got the hoist left to put on, and I have no idea how the hell that's gonna fit on somewhere like this. I dry fitted it a million times when the glue was still wet on the struts, but yeah, like this thing, it is so hard to line it up with the glue all goopy and stuff. And then the final touch, when that's all done and that's all painted up, is to add the antenna wire on this side from here to here to here. And that's gonna be a lot of frustration going on. I already plucked a hair from my beautiful wife's head, as I always do when I need antenna wire, and I highly recommend using human hair, even though some people might find it disgusting, but it is very nice as a antenna wire, since it's very hard to see it, and at this scale I believe the antenna wire would be quite hard to see. So yeah, that's that. So I'm just right now mentally preparing myself for that, and then I can't spray the matte coat till till tomorrow, because it's already after midnight right now and I don't want to wake up the kid. Oh yeah, and also I have to adjust the sag in the rotor blades, because it's kind of uneven right now. I just did it like offhand with this without trying it on or anything. The way I do my sag and my blades is I just quite plain and simply bend it with my fingers. No tricks, no outside help like hot water or anything. I just bend it, and it's worked so far. And occasionally I go too far, but then I just bend it back and try it again. So yeah, never had any problems with that. But there's always a first time for anything. Farting up. Yep. And what do you know, she's all done. And I'm not gonna do anything else to this big beautiful bird. I finished off painting what needed to be painted and gave everything a clear coat, and I fixed the sag in the rotor blades. And as a final point, even though as you can see I didn't weather this at all, like I said in the first video, I think this is a Tiger Meat aircraft, so it should be fairly clean, but I couldn't help myself to add some exhaust staining down the side there, just to give it a little something. Playing with the light doesn't give you anything better, it kind of whites out, but anyways, yeah. And the rotor blades spin. It's unusual for me. And on this side, the new thing I tried, you can see a little bit if you have a really big computer screen maybe, but right there is the hair from my wife, and to make it stick out a little bit more, look a little bit more like a wire, I took some Tamiya gunmetal paint and painted the hair along there. So I think that looks really nice, and overall I'm quite pleased with the build, except for where the window caved in. As you can see right there, I did the whole clear contactor clear thing, and I left it to dry. I went outside the house and did some things and stuff, and when I came back it had like a crack in it, because when it dried out it must have like I don't know, reduced itself a little bit, and I didn't put enough in there or something, so there was like a tiny fracture going down there, or a gap in the final product. So I threw some more in there, and it'll have to do. If anybody asks, we'll just say, oh yeah, it has a cracked window, because some idiot came to the museum where it is at and broke the window or something. I don't know, doesn't really matter. But overall I'm quite happy with this build. I mean, it's not a standard Revell kit, I think, not with this version or this scheme. So there were a lot of things that you had to modify on the molds or on the plastic, whatever. But overall, it was a really enjoyable build. It was quite complicated in my opinion, maybe because I didn't quite have my head in it at all times when I was doing it. I was also, taking care of my baby and doing it while it was just me and the baby. That's why I didn't turn the camera on too much. And yeah, there's a lot of fiddly stuff to put on there, and a lot of things that don't have any like markers where they're supposed to go. But the instructions are fairly useful, as you can count from all the rivet lines and line them up with those. And what else? Yeah, one of the things that I'm really happy with this kit is that everything inside that cockpit is really visible, and I like that, because you can really go all nuts and go all out on that cockpit, and it's all gonna be visible because there's a big bright window there. And I'm quite happy with the way it turned out for me. So yeah, it may not win any prizes. I mean, it is like 5 classes below what the other guys are building in the scale rotors group. I mean, those guys are building 1/32 scale choppers and 1/48s, and adding some wires and leads and all kinds of scratch building crap. And maybe one day I'll get there, but as of right now I am just an idiot with some plastic models. But I do my best, and this is my best, and I'm truly happy with the way this turned out. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching the process of this. I already have the next build lined up, and it's gonna be another chopper, another Westland, but it's gonna be bigger than this. It's the AW101 Merlin. I think it's called the Merlin, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna start doing that tonight, hopefully. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Keep modeling, keep having fun, and stay tuned for a little slideshow of the finished product. Where is it? There's... Bye.